So what we're doing today is something a bit different, something a bit more off the cuff, just not scripted at all. So, I went onto Twitter and asked you lovely people to drop down 2 random things with no context with a lovely fascism meme for context. Bash them out. But anyway, what I'm planning to do today is go onto this photo editor, Pixel, and I'm going to be editing the 2 things you sent me together. So let's see how well you did. Guys, I just looked over your things. You're cursed. So anyway, on to the first one. Okay, so because I didn't tell you what I was wanting these images for, a lot of them don't really make sense in the context of editing them together. So I'm going to be a bit more accepting, just broaden the range. For here example, I've got Toby as a boar and horrified Drayton Manor Cranky the Crane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Cranky and Toby boar and just see what I can make. Now normally I wouldn't just use Pixel for this, I'd use another program called Qatar. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but I'll show a picture of it on screen here. But it's got its certain use cases where it's better than this free program, because this is just a free program, right? It's not the best. But it does what I need it to do, and a lot of what it does can also be done on this other program. But the main reason I choose this is because 1, it's easier to start up, and 2, it's actually got a really nice text editor that you can add your own text from. So for example, I here have the Thomas font. Haha, funny Thomas memes. But so we've got Cranky here. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with him, and I think I'm going to want to take little Toby here and make him cranky. Not sure how that's going to go. I expect a lot of jump cuts in this video, however. So now I've got this, and this isn't good. No one is looking at this and saying, ah yes, good. However, I have a plan. This abomination is looking better already, but we can't stop here, because I think this one deserves to be a little cursed. But however, the face needs to be grey, because Cranky's face is grey. You can't just not make it grey. And there's a bit of shadowing around the edges. Looking back at the footage I already have, and just reviewing it a bit, I've realised that my audio doesn't sound the best today, and the reason for that is I'm actually recording this using Windows Game Bar, because that's the only way to record your video and your sound. Normally I'd record my audio straight into Sony Vegas Pro 17, so it would sound a bit cleaner. However, I got interrupted a second, so I'm going to go back, and as you can see down the bottom here, there's a few things I did. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Toby a TV. I mean, look at Cranky here and tell me he does not look like a TV. Perfecto, TV. However, we can make this better. If we go in here, pick a nice red, get the brush tool, change it to one of these, we can do the classic meme, the spicy meme of red, then switch to white. Probably not how you meant to do this, but this is how I always do this meme. Now you've got them on a Toby TV. Isn't that lovely? However, I think this workman, he looks a bit too normal for my liking. Haha, your fate is sealed. Anyway, yeah, I don't think he's doing too good anymore. Just a hunch, not the best. Just he doesn't need a mouth, just citing all those complaints. And I think this is looking really good. Maybe. I don't think he looks enough like a bobblehead yet. You know, just big brain moments. And yeah, I think this looks good. I really do. I think this looks really good. So now all that's left to do is show our adoring public what we've done. So the little old trams. Here you go, a lovely cursed image. It is a masterpiece. Now we see someone that you may know, you may not if you're on Thomas YouTube, his small channel, well, I say small in the grand scheme of things, much larger than mine. 1,000 subs, Tail Lamp Studios. Great guy, go check out his content. Anyway, he sent us Abominations plus his profile picture. Right. So I decided what to do with this one is I'm going to turn his character into the M&M. Because who doesn't want to be an M&M? I don't, they're disgusting, don't at me. Anyway, so here we're just going to cut out the eyebrows because I don't like the eyebrows at all. So now we take the paint and source tool and we give it a bit of a paint. See what we can fix. Because even if you like the NMMs, they look the worst. I don't know how anyone likes the design of these really creepy things. So let's just give this a bit of a patch up. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, at least it doesn't look flat. The worst thing you can get when you're editing something with that tool is it ends up looking a bit flat and like you've just painted over it, because then at that point you may as well just paint over it. So the fact it's got a bit of texture, actually kind of good. So hopefully also this gives a bit more of a showcase to the tiny audience I have. Just the tools I use in my everyday edits. I mean, if you've ever seen any of my edits before on Twitter, which will be now up on the screen now, this is what I do them in, basically. And the only thing I don't do here is colour change, because the colour change tool in here is absolutely atrocious. I mean, if I just go a quick example of this and say I want to make you blue, yeah, I've made you blue. However, if I say want to make you black, you're still blue. It's good for quick things, but when you're going down to the engines and stuff that really needs a fine detail, it's not the best. So actually, because that tool is here, I think I may use it because that was a green engine. I'll just make this a green M&M. Ta-da! Beautiful. So now we just do a little this. Ooh, scary. Now let's try position this a bit. This isn't going to be great because this isn't a correct angle for this sort of thing, but it's just a shit post. Who really cares, honestly? And the answer, of course, is I do, because I'm a perfectionist. Now, if we go here. This would have been an odd video. I've never really done anything like this. The closest would have probably been my video where I looked over the Amazon reviews, but even then I paused recording so many times because I'd go off track. So this, I don't think this is going to be good. However, I've just had an idea and I kind of want to do it. Also, I probably am rambling a bit, but it's because I've seen people say that one of the worst things you can do if you're doing an unedited video like this is stop talking and leave some dead air, so I'm not going to do that. Fun fact, for anyone who is interested, in the UK, one of our radio stations, one of the most boring ones, BBC Radio 4, which only does audio plays and the news, in the war, if they stopped broadcasting even for a few minutes, our navy were told to fire off our nukes because that meant we were going to die, because they physically could not see a time where we would not be airing on Radio 4 the news. That's depressing. But anyway, I've just realised what I've made, and I was planning on editing this further, but I genuinely think this wonky-eyed freak is perfect. So now I'm going to give you a masterclass on how to interact with big users on Twitter. Big users, people you respect. You go, haha, funny man. Take the M. So now Snowball has lowered the tone of this video dramatically by adding furries. I'm joking, of course. Like what you like, I really don't mind, and I'm actually a fan of Beastars. However, the joke is funny. So he wants Thomas plus Lego Sheep, and that can be done no matter how cursed, because I am a professional. So here we have one furry boy, and here we have one Tank the Engine. So now we just need to cut out the face, and I find the best way to do that is start from the inside. There's less stuff to cut out, and it just makes it easier in the long run, and quicker too, which is really all I care for when it comes to these meme edits. So speed is essential because you don't want to be wasting too much of your time making memes. I mean, what a bit of a sad reality that would be if we were just spending our time making memes. Glad that couldn't be me. Anyway, so here we go. We take Thomas, the little tank engine here, we just put him... Why is this already looking funny? Okay, so now we lower his opacity and just start chopping things off. Yeah. So I think the first thing that needs to go on Thomas is we need to see the snout. I mean, if we don't, we can't tell it's a wolf. And yes, I'm making a wolf tank engine because what is my life? So here we go. So if we put this back on, that looks atrocious. However, isn't that the point of memes? So next we need to just chop a bit off here. Because if it's not cursed, have you really done your job as a meme creator? I don't really think so. Oh Jesus Christ. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower that layer and I'm going to go into what's going to fix this, and I promise you this will fix this. Totally, I swear. Where is it? Where are you? The smudge tool. I don't know if this is going to fix it, probably not, however it's worth a try. Just need to sort of join them a bit, make it a little more seamless, get rid of that nose of Thomas's and give him a snout. This looks almost as cursed as Thomas the elephant. Oh Jesus, and he looks a bit like a duck. How have I made Legoshi look like a duck? Well, you asked for a wolf, you're getting a duck. Not sure how I feel about this. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know how I felt about making this in the first place, but this is just... Oh god, I've made a Thomas furry. Now, I'm no clue how any of these people are going to respond to this, but I'm pretty sure most of these people are American, and I have just posted this in the middle of the day in the UK, so if I get a reaction from them while recording this, I will add it in. However, no promises, because do you really want to see the reaction to this thing? I don't know how many of these to do. When I put out this post, they said, oh, just drop them below, and I got 30 replies, which is probably the most replies I've ever got on anything on Twitter. But I think I'll maybe do 5, so this will be the 4th one. So this person wants Doctor Who and Thomas. So I've just had the perfect idea, and I'll get back to you once I've started to have a bit more of a plan on how I'm going to do that. So the idea I had was, we're going to take Canine, the footbot dog, for anyone who doesn't know, that was in that picture from Doctor Who, and he's going to go on a bit of a rampage on Sodor, but first we need to add some reaction images, because what would be a good old rampage if all the engines are happy? No, we need to make them miserable. So, first we just do this again, and I think by now you should probably have seen, if you've got eyes, what I'm doing here, and how the process is going. And I think I'm doing fine. It's probably not the most efficient way to do the things I'm doing. However, with memes, as I said before, we're not really going for efficiency. We're just making it so I don't have to do it this much. I enjoy making them, however, there's only so much curse things you can get per day. I think also just to make it match in the surroundings of it. Not bring up that. I'm going to go into the hue and saturation and bring it up a bit, just to give it a bit more life, because that was actually an image that wasn't quite... Oh, what's the word? It wasn't quite right. Now it's Eddie's time to get a bit of a makeover, and by makeover I mean I'm going to make him sad. Oh look, hello Thomas, you're on the wrong layer, I see. So I really don't know how much of this I should be recording. I'm just going to go with the understanding that I'm recording this all so I can edit it out and post. So I'm not even sure if you're going to see this, but if you do, hello. So hopefully this should be good. Well, I say good as a meme can be. You know, I'm not too upset with this. This is on the standard of my normal, I say normal, the regular things I post on my Twitter, because nothing I post on my Twitter is normal. To add a bit of variety, I thought I'd add Shocked Gordon, and hello again my friend, you are also on the wrong layer. You seem to like doing that, it seems. However, no worries, we're just going to take your face away from you because you don't deserve it, because you're on the wrong layer. And I probably don't know the ins and outs of this software as well as I'd like to. However, I think I know enough that, well, not enough to guide someone through it. I think I could give someone a rough walk through it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get a picture of K9 and I'm going to bring it into the background layer. But first, because all these faces look good, I'm going to mash them down onto this. Unlock the layer. Mash them all down onto the... No, man. Oh. I'm a professional, I swear. I'm going to cheat ever so slightly here. I'm bringing an image that's already been made into a PNG. Now, I know some people are going to see that as cheating in the edit. I think it's just making my life easier because it's a goddamn meme. So I'm going to place K9 here, and you'll probably think, oh, what's he doing there? He's floating. No, he's not floating, because if we take down this opacity a little and get to work, we can make it so it's behind the hills, or whatever this is meant to be in the background set. Trees? Not sure. You will also have noticed I haven't actually bothered to give any of the other engines sad faces, and that is because while you can see their faces, you can't really tell that they're happy. You can only see their eyes, and so I think that should be good enough. So while I've got this here, you'll be thinking, still doesn't look like he's sat there, it looks like he's floating. No, because then what we do is we take the image, and after we've given it a bit of a tint to look a bit more like there, that to give it a more sun look, bring that down ever so slightly, give him a bit of a menacing look to him. No, that doesn't give him a menacing look, and oh, I've missed you, come back. But basically I just mess around with these things a little to get some details that you get some wonderfully cursed things, which is why I do like to mess around with it a bit, even if I think I've got what I want. I mean, if I had a bit more granulation, not that much, but that much, and then I flatten the image again, once I've unlocked it that is, you'll see that I can go over to the source paint tool, get some steam, no, doesn't work there. However, it does sort of work up the top here, for bits like this, and again bits like this. And so that doesn't look as bad, but then the masterpiece that will save this is our good old friend, Mr. Smudge Tool, because you just give it a bit of this and a bit of that, and K9 starts looking like he's actually there. Well, in the best way you possibly can say he's actually there. But I don't think that looks too bad, genuinely. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a cheat here, and I'm going to just select the whole sky. This won't work because oh wow, it actually did work. That is honestly a shock to me because this hardly ever works. So now if I just select a few of these in between bits, not all of them, it's not picky, again it is a meme, but I think that's good. And so now I go into here, go to this, colorize it, and then go to something a little red, so desaturize it a little, or even more saturation, but I think I'll leave it at the default, darken it a little. Then I'm going to go into here, and I think a vignette would really look good on this. Yep, like that. Something just to make it a little different. Give it a bit of a boom, make it look a bit more ferocious. dehaze? Do I need dehaze? Nah, I don't need dehaze. Never do. Don't need to remove any details there. But now, if I just select the whole image again, yes, the trees don't look the best. However, that's where our friend Blur tool comes in, because you bring him over here and just blurs these edges a little, and you'd never know that anything was off about this image at all. This is directly from the show, I promise. Yep, I promise. Couldn't tell it's not. I am a good Twitter editor, I swear. Hire me to edit your next family images to make you look good. No, really don't. But yeah, I don't think that looks too bad. I think then the only thing left to do is, while selecting the whole thing, to give it all a bit of a vignette, to give it all a bit of a thing, and then, the crucial bit, we set it on fire. Now I think this does look really good, however, there is one more final trick. If we flatten the image again, and vignette again, bring it slightly over the front of the fire to make it look a part of the picture, go to a bit of bloom. Actually no, I don't think this image needs that much bloom. It's a lot of trial and error this, and so sometimes you'll think something will look good and it doesn't, sometimes you think it won't look good and it doesn't, and it does look good. For example, I would never do that, too saturated, nope, you don't want that at all. However, you may want to darken it slightly if you're wanting to make it really distortarian, but I think that looks really good. And there's only one way to caption the apocalypse, really, isn't there? Run. Just run. There's no saving you. Run. So I'm only going to do one more, and I think I've got to do this. Not because I like it, I hate you goddamn Among Us characters, but because this was the first one suggested to me. And so, I've got this person's OC's basis, and this abomination. This is also the reason I am not doing the exact images given, because I'm not using that goddamn image. If I'm forced to use Among Us, I will do it my way. I will put it in fire. So while a lesser being may have thought the first thing to do is to turn this character into Among Us, well, no, I'm going to make him the imposter. So here, what I'm going to do is just have some bodies laying around him for all the souls he's murdered, because that is fun. So we need red because the classic red Among Us character, I mean, I don't know why I'm saying classic, I don't really like the game, I never really did. However, you've got to get the views somehow by saying you like it. Anyway, this is probably the worst way to colorize it, but again, it's a meme, I'm not really paying all that much attention, and it will be tiny anyway. Fine, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm gonna get the smudge tool and I'm gonna smudge up this engine's firebox. I think I need a bigger tool because I'm not spending a lot of time making this Among Us. I'm just not. I refuse. I refuse. Let us make that. Then get this abomination in. Yes, it is another fake PNG, but I'm not got the strength to cut out the Among Us eye from the visor. I've just not got the strength to do that. What I do have the strength for, however, is this. If you're forcing me to make Among Us, I'm gonna make the best Among Us you've ever seen. So, here you go. He's the king of Among Us. He was the imposter all along. Hopefully you like this. I mean, I don't know how you could, but hopefully you do. Among Goose. I hate geese, which just makes this even more easy to hate. Thank you. Now, I know there's a lot more on here. I mean, I'll just scroll through a bit to let people see all the different suggestions that was given, but genuinely, I don't think I could go through with doing more, and I'm not sure how long this video will be anyway, but I don't want to make it too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this list at some point and record some more of this, I mean, there's a lot of them here I can't use because they're single pictures or words because I didn't really make it clear. But after seeing this video, hopefully more people will suggest some stuff so I can just pick and choose whenever I need anything for a video. But that said, there's not much more to say, so thanks for watching, and if you did like, please like and subscribe.